Glasses Geeks. I hope you're hearing me nice and clear. I actually have, the house is nice and silent. So for this moment, while the house is nice and silent, I decided I'd hurried up and get myself all gussied up. You know, the 4th of July is coming up, and with all the protests and everything, I thought I would go ahead and, you know, do myself up for the 4th of July and all nice and patriotic, because I'm very much an American and I'm very much patriotic, and I go ahead and record this video. And this is some very, very important stuff that I want to say, and I hope I can get it said before anyone comes walking in through the door. So this is going to be another talking head video. I hope that you can hear me clearly enough, because I'm recording this on my phone. I don't know how much of it's catching me. I don't know how much movement I have. I'll try to stay fairly still. But yeah, this is going to be another vlog, another talking head video, and there's not going to be much to see. And if the picture goes wonky, I'm sorry, because I have this balanced on a pillow and it looks like the little footing is about to fall off. All right, I hope I fixed it. So anyway, so let's get into it. So I just want to say, when it comes to the protests, there's two things that you really need to fight for, or fight against, however you want to put it. And one of them is this. It's something, there's many different names for it. I don't think that this name is correct, but I've heard it called CompuCop, or like computational, you know, constable on patrol, or, you know, cop, policeman, computational policeman. What it is it is a technological system. It is a computer system that literally puts the business onto being a policeman. And what it is police are required to have their arrest numbers up. In other words, you're putting, it's kind of like being a salesman. You have to have your sales, well, for cops, you have to have your arrest numbers higher than they were 1 second ago, 1 minute ago, 1 day ago, 1 week ago, you know, 1 hour ago. And they have to be higher than they were 1 month ago. And they have to be higher than they were 3 months ago, and 6 months ago, and 1 year ago, and even 5 years out, and even 10 years. If your arrest numbers are lower than they were even 10 years ago, then you can be fired for that. Which makes me sit there and go, what's the point of having a union if it's not going to save you from being fired for your arrest numbers being low? The whole point of having a union is to save you from being fired for having low, you know, arrest numbers. You know, this is why salesmen need unions. Sorry, salespeople need unions, because it should save you from being fired for having low sales. Well, they applied the sales thing and the business calculations and tactics to policing, so that now they're saying that you have to have your arrest numbers up higher than they were 1 day ago, 1 week ago. If your arrest numbers are lower than they were a week ago, lower than they were a month ago, lower than they were like a year ago, they will literally, they'll do what they do in any retail job. They'll essentially write you up. And after so many incidents of this, you'll get reprimanded. And after so many incidents of this, you will eventually get fired. And there's lots of covering going on where it's like, well, we like this guy, even though his arrest numbers are not up to quota, they'll still cover for this one person or these group of people, and they'll let them stay on the force per se. But this right here is what needs to be fought against, and not just by the protesters, but by the police too, because this ruins policing for everyone. And it makes it so that, and not only that, but you can also say that this is financial inequality for, you know. So what are they going to do to keep their arrest numbers up? They're going to arrest the homeless people. And so this also embeds financial inequality and also racial inequality. Well, if you arrest all the homeless people in this one section, one area, what are you going to do now? Well, the next thing is they literally go to the black men, and then the black women, and then anyone else at all that they can get their hands on. And it's all to keep themselves, you know, the cops, to keep themselves from being fired. And what's behind that is this CompuCop. So in the protests, what needs to be done is you need to, you know, demand that this this computational computering of, you know, whatever it's called, you need to remove this business thing from policing. The other thing that needs to be removed, and I'm going to have to cut this off here because I got people coming home. The other thing that needs to be removed is privatization, privatizing prisons, privatizing jails. That is what is holding the large number of people after they are being arrested. And these people that are being held in these private jails and private prisons, not only are they not being given basic needs like toilet paper, fresh, you know, water, food, someone's coming in the door. I'm sorry for the background noises. Please forgive me. But these people, I'm going to have to cut this off right here. So anyway, when it comes to private prisons and private jails, people who are being held in these facilities, they're not being, you know, they're not being given a quick and speedy trial. They can wait 2 years, 4 years. That's the bare minimum. They wait 2 to 4 years before they're even placed in front of a judge and find out what the full charges against them are. And it is absolutely blasphemous. It is absolutely terrible. So in these protests and whatnot, need to fight against CompuCop, you know, or, you know, applying the sales calculations to policing. And you also need to remove, you know, fight against private prisons, private jails, and privatizing this whole thing, because that's what's being done to it. It's privatizing. And it's these two things coupled together as one that are causing literally this horrific racial inequality and just the inequality of how gay, lesbian, bi, and transgender people are being treated. It's what's causing all this horrific inequality in this nation, and it's what is backing it up and is what is reinforcing it. And if you don't get rid of these, sorry about the door there, I'm trying to lean closer to the mic here. If you don't get rid of these two main things right there, you're protesting for nothing and you're fighting for nothing. So you got to get rid of applying the sales numbers and acumen to policing, and you got to get rid of the private prisons and the private jails. And I'm so sorry for the background noises, and I'm so sorry for the background talking. I got to cut it off here. I didn't expect anyone to come home this quickly, but I didn't expect to take this long to get ready. So, and look rather garish. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I don't know what to think other than Nanu Nanu, live long and prosper. Remember, the universe loves you, and the truth will set you free. And subscribe. Subscribe and click the notification bell. That's all I can think of is what all the other YouTubers say. So I love you. Bye for now. Bye.